Okay, so today we're making two cocktails. We're gonna make the Gordon's Cup and the Gordon's Breakfast. They are widely considered to be brunch cocktails, and Gordon's Breakfast is actually considered to be a Bloody Mary alternative. But there's just one thing I wanna be clear on before we get started. Neither one of these has anything to do with Gordon Ramsay. So today's recipes are from Regarding Cocktails by Sasha Petraske, and unlike many drinks from the book, these two were not created by bartenders that Sasha trained, but were actually created by Sasha himself. The name Gordon is in reference to Gordon's Gin, as both are gin-based cocktails, although I wouldn't use Gordon's, personally. I'm going to start with Gordon's Cup. I'll build it in a mixing tin, and the first thing I need to do is roll a lime and then cut it into 8 wedges. Then I need 4 slices of fresh cucumber, and all of that gets added to the tin. Then I need 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and 2 ounces of gin. Then, taking a wooden muddler, it says to muddle to extract the juice without pulverizing the fruit. Then I'll add a large cube of ice and a cracked cube, and give it a good shake. Now it says to separate the ice and the liquid from the fruit by pouring from one tin into another. Once separated, the fruit is dumped and pressed into the bottom of a rocks glass, and then the cocktail and ice is added on top to create a nice layered effect. This drink is then finished with a pinch of kosher salt and a bit of black pepper. Moving on to Gordon's Breakfast, it calls for Cholula hot sauce, but I'm running rather low, so I thought I'd give this Chipotle version a try. The recipe also measures in dashes, and I'm pretty sure it's dashes from the small 5-ounce bottle, not the big one. Now, like I said earlier, this drink is very similar, but the build process is slightly different. Starting with the lime, this time I only need 6 wedges, and only 3 thin slices of cucumber. Follow that up with 4 dashes of Cholula, 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and 2 ounces of gin. Then I need about a cup of cracked ice, which I'll make with a towel and a meat tenderizing mallet. And once all that's in the tin, it's time to shake. And since it didn't have us muddle the fruit, you need to shake it aggressively to extract the juice from the lime. After shaking, the drink is dumped into a large 15-ounce rocks glass and topped with kosher salt and black pepper. Well, my work is done. Time to compare. All right, it's time to give these guys a taste. But before I do that, I think I should say, I think that the Gordon's Breakfast really should have been muddled, but I just wanted to follow the instructions in the book. I've done it that way before, and it was phenomenal, but we'll see. They're side by side, and they have different instructions, so Gordon's Cup first. Okay, so it's light, refreshing, strong cucumber flavor. The lime and sugar both make it sweet and tart at the same time. I could have used a stronger gin with it. The Bombay is a little bit lighter on the botanicals than something like a Beefeater or a Tanqueray. This is really refreshing. This would be an awesome brunch cocktail. So, 10 out of 10 for this one. Okay, so now we'll try the Gordon's Breakfast. Wow, better than I thought. That lime actually comes through really well. I guess it doesn't really need the muddling. I do think these might be a little bit easier to drink with some straws. I don't have anything that's quite that height, but I'm gonna give these a try with some longer straws. There we go. Let's go back in, because the ice is kind of making it hard to drink. Whoa, dang, that's so good. It's so freaking good. Okay, so these are night and day different. The Gordon's Cup is very refreshing, very light and summery. It's definitely a brunch cocktail all the way. The cucumber comes through very, very clear and strong. The lime and the simple syrup in there both make it a little bit tart and a little bit sweet in a really nice way. Fantastic. The Gordon's Breakfast is a whole nother thing. I was trying to figure out where that smoky flavor came from that I was tasting because I didn't ever remember tasting it before. It's the Chipotle Cholula that's making it smoky, and I gotta say, that's a really, really nice addition. It's not like your peat kind of smoke, it's more like Chipotle smoke, but it's on the other end of the spectrum from the Gordon's Cup. It is meaty, savory, rich. Like, this is the kind of thing that you would have more in the wintertime, and this is more something you'd have in the summertime. I mean, obviously you can do either way. It's not like this is not refreshing, and it's not like this doesn't have enough backbone to really stand up to cold weather. So which one's my favorite? I would probably lean more towards the Gordon's Breakfast because I mostly drink cocktails in the evening, but I would probably be leaning more towards the Gordon's Cup if I was going to be hosting a brunch and wanted to make cocktails, because I think this is going to have more mass appeal, especially with ladies. And the Bombay, again, like I said, it's lighter on the botanicals. It almost flies under the radar. Like, you don't really notice it in there, which for somebody like me who likes boozy drinks, then you just put something like Tanqueray in it and it's going to punch you right in the mouth with that gin flavor in the most delightful way. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it, hit the dislike button if you didn't like it, and let me know why in the comments down below. My name is Luke, and this has been the Homemade Edition, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.